Hey, so today I'm going to go over a little bit of an introduction to boom chuck, which is it's a term that they use in bluegrass music for a rhythm guitar, and it's basically where they're doing alternating bass notes, and then in between that they're doing a strum, which is so the bass notes are the boom and the strum is the chuck, and it's something like. So the chords that I'm going to use for this exercise is just G, and when I make my G, I'm going to cover the E and the B strings, the two bottom strings on the 3rd fret with my pinky and my ring finger, 3rd fret on the top string with my middle finger, 2nd fret on the 5th string with my index finger. Okay, that's the way I'm doing the G for this exercise, because the 2nd chord is going to be, some people call it a C suspended 2nd, some people call it a C add 9. But it's basically, instead of making your regular C chord, you know, like this, we're going to leave those 2 fingers there from the G chord, and we're just going to move these 2, our first 2 fingers, just down 1 string each, just bam, just right there. So, okay, just an easy transition. And then we'll use D. But on this D chord, because I'm going to be using my middle finger and my pinky finger for the part of the boom, I'm gonna let my ring finger just lightly rest on the bottom string so that it mutes it out. See, it's okay. So G, C add 9, D. Okay. So you start. First of all, you need to be really relaxed in order to get this up to you know, like a bluegrass speed, or to get it up to any, your right hand needs to always be as relaxed as possible anyway. But you just start, hit the top string, strum, and then on the 5th string, do a hammer on. So open, and hammer on to the 2nd, and strum. So. Practice that until you're nauseous from doing it. That's really the way that you get this stuff into your muscle memory and learn it. Anything on guitar is just practice, 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 practice. So anyway, we'll do that first. And then move to the C add 9. Same thing. You're gonna do your first note on the 5th string, 3rd fret, strum, and then do that same hammer on the 4th string, 0 to 2 on the 4th string. Okay, and then when we go to the D, this is where it might get a little tricky. So I'm gonna make my D chord with my index finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, my ring finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and do the boom and the strum, and then 2nd finger, your middle finger, goes on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and you're going to hammer on with your pinky to the 4th fret on that string. Oh, I didn't mute my bottom string. Okay, now that can be a little bit of a tie your hand in a little bit of a knot if you're not used to doing these types of things. My best advice is try not to let your thumb, when you're doing that chord, try not to let your thumb hang over the top, because it's gonna make it really hard to get that hammer on with your pinky. And plus, see how my wrist is kind of jacked up right there? If you bring your thumb down to just above the center of the neck, it's gonna make it easier to do that, and your wrist stays straighter. So. Okay, so the first half, or the first part of this, is gonna sound like this. It's gonna be. Oh, sorry, I messed up. bluegrass lick. It's a really super common lick. We're gonna hit the top string on the 3rd fret, then do 5th string open and hammer on 1 and 2. So, and then 4th string, hit it open, hammer on and pull off 2 to 0. So, just like that. So, and then hit the open G string. So it's, and then I back that up with almost the same lick. I do the same, the first note's the same. Well, not exactly. So, and then I come back up to the 5th string, do that same walk up, 0, 1, and 2. Then I hit the D string open. Then 5th string, 1st fret, pull off to 0. So it's, and then back to the G chord. So the whole lick right there is. One more time. So the whole thing, slow, sounds like this. So practice that as slowly as you need to practice it for it to be extremely comfortable at that whatever slow tempo you're playing it out before you speed it up. Don't try to speed it up. Don't push yourself and race yourself to get there because it'll end up being sloppy and clunky and all that stuff. Give yourself time. Start slow. Gradually build your speed up. And always work with a metronome. So anyway, so you could do it really super slow at first. Work your way up 2 or 3 beats a minute, maybe 5 beats a minute, and you kind of get to a more of a medium. Then a little faster, it doesn't have to be lightning speed, just something more like, anyway, you get what I'm saying. The biggest trick to this is your right hand, how relaxed your right hand is. It needs to be really relaxed. Don't tense up your shoulder or your elbow. Everything needs to come from the thumb moving down to the wrist. So just a nice fluid motion there. And it doesn't need to be real big motions either. You don't have to go. So you can just that much right there, that's enough. And right there, that's enough.